Hello everybody, my name is Sam, and I'd like to present the HeptaTetroid. This puzzle is a 4-axis twisty puzzle that rotates on the gold faces of this shape, like this, in 180-degree increments. But not only does it do these simple 180-degree turns, it also does some jumbling turns, and as you can see, you can do a simple sequence like this, where you do this turn, certain degrees, rotate, you have that, and then boom. As you can see, they did a bit of a jumbling move, and that cycled some pieces in possibly an odd way. I'm not too sure on how the pieces move exactly, but this is related to another twisty puzzle that I didn't design but is essentially a similar concept. That would be the HeptaTetroid by Wong Chong-wen. The HeptaTetroid has very similar features. Nearly almost all the piece types here are present on the HeptaTetroid. The main difference is that that puzzle has 3 axes, whereas this has 4 axes, as you can see. And this also doesn't have the overlap that exists on the HeptaTetroid, meaning that there's no central piece here that would normally be on, here, 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 and here. So it's a little bit easier, but it still presents a similar challenge. Now, this is part of the ever-expanding Christian's Twist family, which, if you don't know, Christian's Twist is a 3-axis twisty puzzle which has 180-degree turns on the edges of a tri-diminished icosahedron, and that allows it to do some jumbling moves, and it gets pretty scrambled with just 3 axes and 180-degree turns. Now, the HeptaTetroid is a distortion of that geometry, meaning that instead of the pentagon, you would get a heptagon. And you can kind of do that quite a few amount of times. I know there's the heptoid, there's the ananoid, there's the octoid, and there's even the Gila monster, or the dodecoid, I believe. And that one has a dodecagon. But instead of distorting the original solid more, I decided, well, let's add an additional axis. So I chose the HeptaTetroid because the pentagonal version had already been done by Wong Chong-wen, actually. He made it and he called it the tetragram. So I've taken the liberty of doing a 4-axis version of his puzzle, and I've just called it the HeptaTetroid. So this is to the HeptaTetroid what the tetragram is to Christian's Twist. So pretty similar solve, I believe, but I do not know completely as I haven't quite gotten to scramble it, which I guess is appropriate to do now. As you can hear, there's some spring noise, but overall, it's nothing too crazy. I have been working on adjusting this puzzle. It is a bit catchy at first, but yeah. Nope. There we go. Yeah, so once you do a bit of turning and get stuff moving, it's a lot nicer. But yeah. So it seems like it's gonna fall apart, but the main issue is it does catch a bit right there. So you can see if that's a line, misaligned, catches. So it makes things a little tricky, but nothing that is too difficult. So as you can see, it has a nice way of scrambling. So instead of, having all the colors mix up, only some of them mix up. So as you can see, like red, so you see red, yellow, green, blue, and it's pretty cool. Do a bit more scrambling, and there we go. So it's now scrambled nice and thoroughly. I can take it apart if need be, but I'm curious as to the solution. I imagine it won't be extremely difficult, but I definitely think there's going to be some cases where I'll have to use a computer or just some sort of strategy from the HeptaTetroid to solve. But overall, this puzzle is really neat. I'm really happy with how it came out. I plan on selling copies of this just like my previous puzzles. This one is probably the best quality one I have made right now, but there's more to come soon, so be on the lookout for that. But this is the HeptaTetroid. Hope you enjoy.